So this week we got Boris Johnson resigning. Russia tells America, do something about it. Do something about it. I dare you. Oh, my mama. And, yeah, I don't even know if any other news happened, to be honest. I'm sure there was a shooting somewhere because that seems to be like every day of the week now. Roe v. Wade happened a little while ago, and I still can't believe that. That's still like, wow. Apparently, Congress was doing something to try and get rid of democratic elections in America. So, I don't know, but that's more hearsay, to be honest. But it's more reliable than, most media, probably. We never know. But stay tuned for what I think about these silly things on this segment of what I'm going to call the show. Stuff I'm too busy resting to actually know what's going on about. That's too long of a name. I'll figure it out. So let's see what's popping on the news in the UK. UK passport delays. We drove 377 miles to join the queue in Glasgow. Processing delays and high demand leave people in the UK going to great lengths to salvage holidays. People are going through all of that to go on holiday? The privilege. Oh my goodness. It's like, I'm sorry, but I'll be so depressed if I don't travel to someone else's country and make it my backyard. Alright, you know what? Let me not judge y'all. Some of us were blessed with the experience of having to cut off our internet or our lights to be able to, have heating or pay our rent. So it's like, some of us we've had to deal with some harsh times. Now, for the quote-unquote standard citizen, quote unquote, maybe that lifestyle is not very, standard. But the idea of not going on holiday for decades is who has money like that? Well, apparently all of these standard citizens. That's what I'm gonna call them. The old standard Susans and standard Sammys. But yeah, a lot of these standards seem to really, really want to go on holiday. And I don't really know why. It's just going to be you. Everywhere you go. There's nowhere you can go in the world that y'all aren't. And that's why I kind of gave up on, traveling. Because I'm like, everywhere I go, it's going to be y'all. So, what can I do? You know what I mean? So, that being said, enjoy the 40°C weather that will be happening in mid-July. Apparently, computer models are predicting it for the first time. So that'll be nice. That'll be lovely. UK heat wave. Parents warn to keep children out of the sun because we know how these standard citizens might, emulate. Parents warn to keep children indoors. So basically, kids stay inside more than you have been in the last 2 years. Unfinished business. Policies that could fail under UK's lame duck government. What does that even mean? Lame duck? Well, on this show, we're not going to delve any deeper. We're just going to go with lame duck and not, extrapolate any more info from that. Sunak and Suella subjected to racist onslaught in UK after entering PM race. Really, UK? Really? The last prime minister, a standard citizen, was pretty terrible, and you all agreed he was terrible. And now, two non-quote-unquote standard citizens join the race, and y'all give them racist onslaught? Why weren't you calling, Boris, certain things I can't say on my show? Rhymes with ooter. Why weren't you calling him a ooter or a silly Billy or none of that? You was calling him, you were just like, oh wow, he's a bit silly, isn't he? But you weren't insulting him. But these guys straight up racial onslaught. My goodness, y'all need some home training. We need a segment of the show called Home Training where I teach y'all how to not be so, so just out of pocket. The pocket's about 2 miles down the road. Y'all are way out of it. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, Ukrainian soldiers arrive in the UK for training with British forces. Why? You can't shoot shit. Okay, you know what? Lord forgive me. Good on you. Good on you, I guess. Defense Secretary Ben Wallace visits armed forces of Ukraine as training program and then ellipses. Russia-Ukraine war. Ukrainian soldiers are out. Okay, yeah, get it. Damn. I don't want to miss another summer. UK travelers braced for holiday chaos. Oh, the privilege is just oh, my summer. People literally starving in the countries they want to travel to, but oh, my summer. You know, let me calm down. Canadian Dories call for abortion. Canadian Dories call for abortion time limit to be reduced in very smart theory. Culture Secretary argues UK's abortion limit should be reduced by 4 weeks. What do they mean by that? Hang on, I'm actually really interested in this. Let's see what they're saying. What you saying? What you telling me? What you telling me? That's a beast of the week. Cut off for pregnancy termination period 24 weeks to be reduced by a month. I mean, wait, legal cut off. Okay. Oh, so basically it's like if women don't get there even sooner. Where are y'all coming from? You damn skin rag people, bro. Like, where y'all coming from? Y'all just keep like getting like louder and louder. Like, you already made the world terrible for the last like thousands of years. Why do y'all just keep trying to make it worse? Like, just go hide in your money and die somewhere. Like, come on, man. Oh, man missing for 2 months was killed by factory shredder, coroner says. I don't know. This is one of those article websites, and I ain't gonna name the website it's on, but I don't know. Can't trust everything you read. You know, you learned that on my other show. You gotta pay a monthly subscription for. You guys might want to get on that. Link should be on my profile. Undersea cable laid to link Shetland to UK energy grid. Oh, that'll be nice. Top COVID symptom in patients revealed by new data as infections surge across the UK. You know what? COVID, just do what you gotta do. Because at this point, humans deserve it. Like, if we didn't deserve it already, the fact that, like... Here's what I don't understand. How can we sit here, know something is killing us, and is incredibly infectious, and still be like, yeah, party, yeah, let's do cocaine, yeah, let's all hang out, and, like, you know, kiss and stuff, yeah. Like, has the collective consciousness of humanity just shut off in the last 10 years? I don't understand it. And then the nerve to criticize people in horror movies, like, we really can't make fun of fictional characters anymore. We really can't. I remember people were making fun of the movie A Quiet Place, because they're like, why would they have a baby when you can't make noise? But people literally out here kissing and spreading a pathogen that was marking people, and we knew nothing about it. And they refused to stop. We can't say anything. Seriously. And then people were like, hey, I don't want to get like a cure for that thing that's killing everyone. Like, nah, we can't make fun of no fictional characters. We, like, if I see you fixing your lips to make fun of a fictional character, I will slap you in your face. I will correct you, okay? Don't you ever do that stupidness, okay? Alright. Yeah? Jesus. But anyway, what else is going on? Scotland still has the highest COVID rate in the UK. How? Scotland is much more intelligent of how they've been dealing with this. I am so confused. Nicola, what's going on up there, Nicola? Let's sort this out, okay? Nah, come on, you're embarrassing me. Come on, Nicola. It's not sounding right, Nicola. Come on, Nicola. Sort it out, Nicola. UK COVID cases rise by nearly 20% in a week. See, some of y'all been taking these illegal holidays. Y'all been going on the fishing ships and stuff, haven't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I know what y'all be like. Nitrates in bacon. Oh, joy. Let's see what this has to say. MPs and scientists call for the UK ban over cancer fears. Really? You mean that thing that we knew like 7 to 10 years ago? That was written about multiple times and people ignored it? That, you know, all meats, but especially like pork, was very carcinogenic? Are we going through that again? I feel like everyone just ignored it like they did COVID. But whatever. Leading food scientists and a cross-party group of MPs and peers are urging UK ministers to ban the use of chemicals in bacon that heighten... I'm not going to click on that article because I kind of get where it's going. UK Museum of the Year, Thai Pub Wrexham, unusual entry. After missing out on its City of Culture bid, Wrexham is aiming to win top UK Museums prize. I've literally never even seen the word Wrexham in my life, I don't think. Huh, you learn something new every day. So there's a place called Wrexham. Cool name, Wrexham. Let's see. What else is in the news? Oh gosh, golly, what else is in the news? The heat wave. Alright, Britain, we get it. Your skin burns, we get it. Show me something else. New Solicitor General appointed. Nobody cares. Pheasant shoots scaled back across UK after bird flu import bans. Pheasant shoots across the UK are being shut down or dramatically scaled back this year because of import bans on the birds after I don't care. Stop shooting pheasants. Leave them alone. Man. Well, you know what? That was a good segment. A quick break. And, take a break from all these monkeypox and COVID talks and heat waves. Gosh, golly me, I'm so tired. See you in a second. Righto. So, right back into it. Oh my goodness. Monkeypox, continuing transmission and interconnected sexual... I can probably finish that sentence, but as you can tell, it's been cut off and I'm not going to click on the link. The latest UK Health Secretary Agency, UK HSA, technical briefing on the current UK monkeypox outbreak shows no signs of a decline in the... I'm assuming no decline in the pathogen. Sorry, y'all. Gonna have to just, stop banging. But if COVID wouldn't stop you, I doubt monkeypox will. 10 of the best UK activity holidays and summer camps for teenagers. 10 of the best UK activity holidays and summer camps for teenagers. Cobner Activity Centre in Chichester. Chichester? Chichester. Chichester. Who cares? A new place I've never heard of. I'm about as British as Tom Cruise. Chester Harbour runs senior adventure camps. Yay! But you just told us don't let our kids outside. Pick a lane. Do you want us to let them outside or not? What if the monkeypox get them? Yeah, let them outside. What if the monkeypox get irradiated by the UV rays and becomes super monkeypox? What if Boris Johnson gets infected with super monkeypox and bites our children on the face? And then they get COVID and end up in the hospital. What if that happens? What are you going to do about it, huh? Man, I swear. And somehow we can, throw in some joke about how that will make our kids racist against the people running for prime minister right now. I don't know. I can't really tie that in because it's tasteless. Like, we shouldn't be fucking doing that in the first place. But, you know what? Let's get back on track. Racism, the oldest industry. Right after... I don't know if I could say that on the podcast. But y'all know what the oldest industry was. The oldest job in history. And it was worked by your mum. No, I'm joking, let me stop. Okay. Everyone wants a piece of it. Oh wow, topical. UK high streets turn to high-end hipster fashion. I thought I was going to end in a very different sentence. Rishi Sunak's speedy UK leadership start raises Tory. I wonder, was I supposed to be like Tory racism? Because I wouldn't be surprised. Yep, Boris is gone. Ambassador Collard, Farewell, Lebanon. Man, my dyslexia is really kicking in. UN Human Rights Council 50. UK statement on Belarus. Not a lot of interesting news. Victims of Brazil's worst environmental disaster to get day in UK courts. 50 billion or 5 billion lawsuit. £5 billion lawsuit against mining giant BHP. I like that. Conference on freedom of religion or belief, UK statement. Why does it feel like the UK and America have just like taken a step back like 60, 70 years? Like, it feels like there's been no momentum. It's weird. Like, I feel like I'm living in a 40s, like, I don't know, TV show. I'm like, I should be getting like some straightening gel in my hair, and I should be walking by saying things like, "Hey, cool cat, what's the job? What's the hat, Jack?" You know, like I don't know. It just feels like I'm back in time. That's so weird. I know something happened in Japan. Like, someone was assassinated. Like, someone in the family of the emperor or something. Body of former Japanese PM returned home. Oh man, former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe assassinated. Oh wow. Shinzo Abe death. Shock in Japan at killing a former PM during election campaign. Police believe attacker bore a grudge against Abe, as some critics question level of security. I'm sorry, Abe. Level of security surrounding Japan's longest-serving PM. Oh wow, what a privilege. So you tell me this is happening in Japan, a place where everyone is like still very strict and, you know, doesn't really talk out of turn even on the train. But you're telling me someone like Trump in a place where guns are given out like sugarcane, you can just walk around and nobody wants to up Thule on him? That's crazy. Even in Britain, like, you tell me nobody wanted to, like, I mean, I feel like George Bush Jr. got some harassment, but it was a shoe. He got a shoe thrown at him. I'm like, y'all live in a country with literally people like tuck their guns into bed at night. But you're telling me none of them? But to be fair though, like, I was terrified for Barack Obama. I was genuinely terrified. I was like, yo, like, I'm glad, you know, you're representing black people, but like, I am so scared for you. To this day, I'm still scared for, like, you know, any of my people, man. What is Japan's record on gun violence? The fatal shooting of... Oh, he was shot. I thought he was stabbed, the Prime Minister. Huh. Has shocked the nation where gun violence is very rare. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like not easy to just... Unless you're in like Yakuza or some other type of establishment. Not that I would know about that. July internationals. France given a scare by Japan and Tokyo. Oh, looks like rugby. Video from the scene of the former Japan PM shooting. There's video? Oh, I will not be watching that. I want to be happy. That's what this was about. We're just resting. This is just easily digestible news, so you don't have to think too much about it. Shinzo Abe killing. Security was flawed, Japan police say. Yeah, no shite. Flawed is an understatement. Y'all don't wear Kevlar? Y'all think just because you shouldn't expect a gun, that a gun won't just show up? Oh well. What's going on in the US of A? Army suspends retired general from contract over tweet about Jill Biden. The retired officer, Gary Valesky, responded to a tweet Joe Biden sent about abortion. Glad to see you finally know what a woman is. Oh, wow. That is horrid. That is horrid. I hope he gets put under a jail or something. That is... Nah, I hope you get your ass beat. Whoever said that. Ew. Anyway, and he's been a senior mentor at the Pentagon Surprise, surprise. The troglodytes are all the way at the top. He has been suspended pending a probe into a tweet that seemed to mock First Lady Joe Biden. Joe Biden's tweet condemned the Supreme Court's decision overturning Roe v. Wade. Oh, nice. Good on you, Jill. Retired 3-star general. Retired 3-star general. Suspended from 92 in her contract. Consulting the army and is under investigation after posting the tweet. Blah, 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 blah. Glad to see you finally know what a woman is. His response represents a breach of decorum for a retired military officer and a foray into partisan politics by an official on the payroll of the Pentagon, which is supposed to steer clear of such matters, experts say. His tweet has been deleted. But we have it on record, don't we, Internet? Valesky seemed to echo an exchange in March between Senator Marsha Blackburn, representing Tennessee, is that what that means? Anyway, Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson at the Justice Confirmation hearing, during which Blackburn pressed the judge to give a definition of the word woman in the context of transgender rights. Well, yeah, when they were questioning how this super overly qualified woman of color could possibly do the job more than these very less impressive non-people of color. I was so confused by all of that. It's not the first time Valesky has posted a tweet with political overtones. In July 2021, he responded to a tweet from Representative Liz Cheney, representative of Wyoming, in which she wrote, "I'm honored to be on January 6th Select Committee. Our oath to the Constitution must be above partisan politics." And then he responded, "This is all about partisan politics." He was apparently criticizing the January 6th committee's investigation into the violent assault on the U.S. Capitol, in which supporters of then-President Donald Trump tried to stop the certification of Joe Biden's election win. Valesky was hired under a Pentagon program as an expert with the experience and skills to bring enlightened thinking to the military. Are you kidding me? That's enlightened thinking? Oh, I don't even want to know what kind of bastards have just been roaming your halls. My goodness. Gotta just throw the whole army away. The whole military. The whole Pentagon. Turn that into a circle. Valesky's experience according to the Pentagon subscriptions program, he was paid $50,000. $50,000? Who you think you got, Chelsea Clinton? For his work from November 2020 to August 2021. Damn. According to the Army. Right. Doesn't seem like a lot now that I think about it, but if that's just like pocket money, like side money, that's ridiculous. 1 second, let me just stream my earphones. Righto. I'm now bored of this, but the picture of this individual is not surprising. He looks like the back of a standard citizen's ear. Grew eyeballs and decided to have its own personality. He looks like a testicle that has been waxed hotly. He looks like a raisin that has been bleached. He looks like, you know, when you think of a hemorrhoid? Yeah, that's what he looks like. You're thinking of him right now. Now put some military fatigues on him. That's what he looks like. Okay. I don't know, I'm kind of not done roasting, old boy. Boy got some hairy knuckles. Look at that. Ugh. You know he don't wash his hands either. You know some of these people just don't be washing their hands. That's why COVID spread like that. And you know he's military, so he's like, oh, I'm a man. I don't need to wash my hands. So you know your boy fought in a war 20 years ago. Came back. Hasn't washed his hands since. He's been scratching booty. He's been going down on lovers. He's been doing all type of stuff. Touching himself, wiping his butt, picking his nose, and now he's clapping with those crusty, musty boogers from the Jurassic area hands. I can't shake. I would never shake a hand again. I'm sorry. Not after COVID. It really exposed a lot of y'all. I'm sorry. And then every time I go to a restaurant and see a chef walking out of the freaking stall without washing their hands. And I'm a dude, so you're only in there for one reason. So I just, man, I need a break, yo. I'll be back. Okay. Yeah, I'd just take a quick break from that. I feel like that's enough news for today. I'm seeing nothing but just ignorance. And you know what? We keep it simple around here. Not simple like them simple, but simple like cool, bruh. You know, keep it like cool. Easy digestible, you know what I mean? Some nice cheddar bay biscuit, digestible type of news around these parts. We just want to make it easy for you. We don't want you to think too hard or be too stressed. Too much is happening for you to keep giving a shit about something this much. And if you're gonna give a shit about something, you may as well help someone less fortunate than yourself instead of worrying about all these other people who probably don't give a damn about you. You don't need to care about these generals and these politicians. Go help your neighbor, go help a homeless person, go help a foreigner in your country, go help someone who is struggling. That's where you should put your energy if you're gonna worry about shit like this. But as far as I'm concerned, the news just talks about rich assholes most of the time. It only brings up refugees when it's trying to push a narrative that we are less than the standard citizen. So, you know what? Oh, and by the way, I'm not a refugee, in case you were trying to twist those words. Been called one before, though. Quite funny, actually. By someone who is nowhere near as qualified as me. But yeah, funny. Anyway, yeah. So, let's end the segment on a positive note. I am feeling great, and I hope you're feeling great. Yes, things are happening in life that aren't very fortunate, but you know what? Hey, we have life. We have our breath. We can breathe. Most of us can taste good food. I'm sorry to those who can't. Most of us live in a country that, you know, like most of us are not visibly disabled. And the country kind of isn't made for people who are visibly disabled. So, a lot of us are lucky in that regard. Which is why I say, help someone who, is struggling in this country. Because they don't have what you have. They don't have that big extra privilege you have. There are some of us who have invisible disabilities like myself. And I guess I have the advantage of not being immediately, judged until I need to do something where my disability becomes apparent. But even then, I'm still lucky for that to not be visible. And even though, issues like racism are still very prevalent here, at least I'm in a place where it's I might be able maybe to get help for it. Even though I still doubt it, and I haven't really seen evidence that I could very much. At least I have a better chance of doing it here than maybe someone who's in a much more authoritarian situation. So that's why I always want to help someone who's doing worse, because it could always be worse. You never know how good you have it until you don't have it. But that doesn't mean we still shouldn't try and change it to make it better. Not just for the people where we live, but for the people over there in that worse area. This shit should not be acceptable anywhere. And we should not just help humans, but like I always say, help the planet, help the animals. We're all one big family, but we're treating each other like strangers. Until you can be trusted with the littlest of things, until you can be trusted to treat an ant with respect, or an amoeba, how could you be trusted with a human? An ant or an amoeba can't do anything to you. But if you go out of your way to torture and abuse these things, I can't trust you with a baby or, a young child or adult. Like, if you don't have that caring nature about you, I don't think I can consider you human. Like, at least a dog, it's like we influence the dog a lot. Yes, they can still go crazy no matter how well you train them. I fully believe that. But at least it's mainly our influence. But with a human just choosing to not care, even if you actually don't feel anything in your heart, knowing that it's right or wrong and knowing that you could help someone, and you just say, I just don't want to. I like having extra, and I like that they have less. That makes you even less than a dog. To know that, like, slavery and hatred and homophobia and lynchings and all these things happen, and to just be okay with it and not really bothered until it affects you. I can't consider you a human being. That being said, a lot of these standard people out here, standard citizens, I don't really consider them human like that. Because if that's the way you think, how could I? How could I look at you and say, yes, we're the same type of person? If you could look at my mother, passing away, tortured by police, but I couldn't do that with your mother. I couldn't look at your mother and watch that happen. We are not equal if that's how you think. If all you can say is, oh, that's a shame, and it doesn't make your blood boil, and it doesn't make you want to reach out and do something, then you aren't a human. You can't be trusted with shit. But, these are just my thoughts. And since I have so many of them, I decided I may as well log them here. And these specific news-related recordings will be mainly just on Spotify until the distribution pattern of these things changes. But at least I got some nice little music in the background on them, so you can enjoy that while I ramble about the news. Because we want to make it as easily accessible as possible. We don't want to be stressed, we want to just rest easy. And that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed the segment, and I'll see you again for another one. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them, in the comments area. Actually, I encourage you, please say something, say hi, any segments you'd like to see, any suggestions. Also, remember, you can subscribe for my Sharpen Your Mind podcast. We talk about different philosophies and thoughts on wisdom and thoughts on strategies of life, and mainly just the inside scoop of things I've learned throughout history. And that's probably the most serious, I guess, talk I have. Which is why it's a subscription, because I feel like it's worth a listen. It's worth the knowledge. It's not that much either. It's only $4.99, super cheap. And with that being said, I will let y'all go. You have a lovely time of day wherever you are, and I'm sending nothing but positivity and kisses and blessings. Mwah. I love you, and talk to you soon. Goodbye, my friend. Rest easy. Let's get some rest.